our stencil right here, you feel me? I think I know which one I'm gonna pick too. I got a couple stencils I'm gonna choose from for real, so we finna do something fire though, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna show y'all the stencil too before I put it down. I'm gonna show y'all like the whole process that I go through before I'm gonna show you the whole process pretty much. Let me get this camera set up for about to get it. Alright, bet. Let's get first. We about to set up, get our design. Then we gonna get everything like put in line so that way, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna show y'all how to lay the stencil. I'm gonna show y'all everything. For real, the hardest part is finding the stencil that you want. Cause bro, I can never find the stencil that I want. I want to do a big piece too. I want something that's like decent size, bro. Cause this is what we work with. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too big, bro. It's like the size of a hand. You feel me? So right now I'm on Procreate. Y'all don't know what that is, bro. It's an app for people who do art or like tattoo artists. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to be able to use stencils, create your own stencils, bro. You can do it all. So that's what I'm finna do. Yo, I appreciate you for subscribing. What's up, Kevin? Yo, thank you everybody that's joining. You know what I'm saying? We about to do some tatting right now. We about to pick a stencil. About to put it on here, and I'm gonna show y'all how to get down. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going, Tim? Man, I'm doing good actually, man. We going crazy if I'm being completely honest, man. I've been tattooing for 6 months, man. Just trying to get my name out there, you know. I appreciate all the likes, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the ones that I'm still working on, currently working on. I started this, but just not that good, you know what I'm saying? Then I did this. And then I'm gonna show y'all another one that I just did. I did this one. So, man, we putting in some work, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that's joining. Tim, the Pac-Man. I think I said that right. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that's liking up the live, you know what I'm saying? I've done this too. Just some fire stuff that I'll be doing. But we about to pick a stencil, get it laid, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all how to lay these stencils and everything like that. Let me find a stencil that I'm gonna do. How's everybody day going? Appreciate all the likes. I appreciate you for sharing with everybody you know, bro. I appreciate that. That's much love for sure, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm grinding. I'll show y'all. This is what I did this on my leg not too long ago. I did this on me. I'm gonna do it to the other side, you know what I'm saying? So that way it'll be like on each knee. Let's see. Bro, we gotta find something fire to do, bro. Something fire. If y'all got any ideas, bro, go ahead and drop it down in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all want to see me do. If y'all got any ideas, bro, I can put it straight into this app and I can make whatever stencil. I appreciate you, man. For sure. I appreciate everybody that came into the live, liked the live, man. Make sure you guys share it. everything like that, man. How's your day going, Kevin? I know it's nice outside, man. It's like 80 degrees outside right now. Man, I almost want to do like a different like font kind of tattoo, like kind of like how this one is. I kind of want to do that same style again. Again, bro, I've only been tattooing for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning. I'm still doing the basics. I'll show y'all like my tattoo gun. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna touch it because, you know, that's my tattoo gun. Super nice setup, bro. It's got 2 batteries. Super clean. You know what I'm saying? I put that paper towel in there so it don't be moving around. Mad Rabbit, bro. All vegan products. All vegan, bro. It's very good for the skin. You don't want to use Vaseline because it'll clog your pores. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? When you're tattooing on people, you want to be able to make sure that their skin is not going to be irritated with the products you use, because you never know with people. Everybody has, you know, different skin, sensitive skin types, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be cautious, you know. Do the same font as this one. I got you. Let me see if I can find something, actually. I got you. Let me go to my fonts real quick. What about this font? We can put together something like that. We got this type of font too, you know what I'm saying? We can always put something together for sure. We got fonts like this. I don't know if y'all can really see that good. So bro, honestly, bro, we got some fishes that we could do. Appreciate you, Kevin. Appreciate you. Man, Loki, I'm kind of feeling like a koi fish or something. That'd be kind of dope. I know you said the fonts, but I feel like the koi fish would be pretty fire if I'm being honest. Man, I think we might have to do a koi fish. I ain't gonna lie, I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but I just haven't really done it. We about to pick one to do. So with this app, you know what I'm saying, we can take our design, size it up. Hold on. Put this to black. We gotta size our canvas real quick. That's the only hard part about doing these, you know what I'm saying, is because you gotta be able to. Bro, I lied. I know I just switched like 3 times. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But what I'm thinking, we could bust down that. That'd be pretty fire. Do a lion. I literally just seen it as I was picking it, so I was like, man, this would be a must. Kind of want to. All right, bet. All All right, cool. Now we about to go over here to my stencil app. You know what I'm saying? Best thing you can do as an artist, you want to get a reliable printer, bro. This right here is going to allow you to print all your stencils, bro. You want to be able to have a good stencil printer. And then most importantly, you need some good transfer paper. If you don't have good transfer paper, 9 times out of 10, your tattoos will come out like they gonna come out like super light. They're not gonna be dark. You want them to be dark. So what we gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to get the stencil paper ready. So what we gonna do is there's a back layer. This back layer, you're gonna peel this back layer off, so that way you can expose the tattoo paper itself. Which the back part, it's okay to touch this part because you're not gonna get ink on your hands. The other side is the part that you wanna, you know what I'm saying, have, so that way you can transfer your ink. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna put this to the side. You're gonna put this down on your table or however you wanna do it. You're gonna tear this layer off. You don't even need this. Get my little trash can. You're not gonna need that layer. Now, you know what I'm saying, now you left with this. There's gonna be a layer, it's called the onion layer. And that's gonna be once you open this up. No worries, Kevin. I definitely appreciate you for sticking around, man, for sure. Much love. I'm gonna try to go live more often so that way you guys can see the whole process and see everything. I appreciate it for sure. But this onion layer, peel that away, you don't need it. So now all you're left with is these 2 layers. Now what you're gonna do is you can set this down because it ain't gonna mess with nothing. And now that's why it's best to also have a tablet. Get you an iPad, man, get it set up like a computer, and you can run it. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go down here to free edit. We're gonna add our image. We're gonna go right there. Click the one that we want. Hopefully y'all be able to see this. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to adjust, you know what I'm saying? You always wanna be able to adjust. Actually, before you adjust, cause I'm lying, I'm tripping on y'all. Let me go to crop, cause man, you wanna be able to bring it down. You don't want all this extra stuff in your tattoo. So that's what you're gonna do. Boom. Now you see it's just straight stencil. Now what you're gonna do is you kind of want to play around with the adjustment. You know what I'm saying? You can make it lighter, you can make it darker. You always want to go as dark as possible if you can, as dark as you can. Right there gonna be about perfect. All right. So now that we've took our stencil paper, and then like I said, this is the ink part that's gonna transfer onto this part. This is gonna be the part that we're gonna need. So now we're gonna take our printer. We're gonna throw this over here. Like I said in the beginning, that's why you need a good stencil printer, bro, so you can take it on the go where you need. Pop it open. It's just gonna be real easy. And I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna go ahead and put this, downwards. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And now your stencil printer is just like this. So what we're gonna do over here on a tablet, you hit the print button and you're gonna print it. And what this is gonna do, you're gonna be able to find out like if this is the right size or anything like that. So now, boom, we printing right off rip. It's ready to go. As you'll be able to see, it's coming out. And now that we've printed this off, we're gonna have to figure out we're gonna have to make it a little bit bigger, you know what I'm saying? So this sheet, I'm gonna peel this off and still show y'all, you know what I'm saying, so that way y'all can see it. But now we left with something like this, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta make it a little bit bigger, you feel me? So we're gonna make this just a tiny bit bigger. So we're gonna go ahead and discard this, because we ain't gonna need that. Now I'm gonna get another piece. I'm gonna get another piece of transfer paper, so that way y'all can see. Again, yellow part comes off, and there's another layer called the onion layer. You gotta take this off so that way the ink will transfer onto this paper right here. Yo, I appreciate you guys for joining the live, man. If y'all new to the live, go ahead and like. Make sure y'all subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I am going to make a tattoo channel. Go follow KTM Tattoos on Instagram and the YouTube channel. I just made a channel for my tattoo page. So go ahead and make sure y'all subscribe to that channel, because I'm really trying to grow that channel so that way, you know, I can start doing tattoos full time. Like I said, I do other tattoos, you know what I'm saying, different styles. It's over 6 months worth of work, man. I've only been tattooing for 6 months, so we just putting out firework, dog. We doing all types of stuff. I've only tattooed a couple clients, trying to do some small stuff just to kind of work towards, you know, real skin. How much for a sleeve? It depends on what you get, you know what I'm saying? I can't just give you like a base price, only for the simple fact being that there could be a lot of detail. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I appreciate you guys for joining the live, man. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Go ahead and drop a like. And go ahead and follow my tattoo page, because I'm going to start posting on there. I already got my TikTok going, so go ahead and follow the TikTok. KTM Tattoos on TikTok. So since this one was too small, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this back through the stencil app. We want to make this a little bit bigger, so what we're going to do is we're going to supersize it a little bit. Boom, and we're going to go print. And I'm going to show you how this printer works again. Boom, it's going to come right out the back. Boom. And then as soon as this prints off, I'm going to show y'all so y'all can see. This is one of the best things you can have as a tattoo artist, man. Right arm, shoulder, down the hand. So something like that, probably be like $350. Nothing too crazy. And it really depends on how many sessions we would have to do, you know what I'm saying? How long could you sit and get tatted for? You know, everybody's tolerance is a lot different. But if you can sit through it, you know what I'm saying, it won't be too much of an issue. Now, we got this printed out. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that ink layer and we're going to peel that off. We don't need that. Boom. Now we put that in the trash, you feel me? Now that we don't need the tablet no more, we can put this away. I'm going to show you how to set up and prepare for a tattoo, you know what I'm saying? You always need your green soap, bro. If you don't have your green soap, you need it, bro. You need it. You got to always stay sterile, man. Go on ahead and get your gloves. I don't care if you're just practicing on fake skin. You always wear gloves, man. You got to get in the habit of wearing them gloves. You always got to make sure everything is sterile. Now, what I use dynamic black. A lot of people use triple black. But this right here, I did this with the dynamic black. And ain't no issues, you know what I'm saying? This is super clean, super nice. Crazy right there, you know what I'm saying? Then you always pre-package, bro. Pre-package wraps. That means that these is already sterile. If you working on clients, stuff like that. Also, Mad Rabbit Tattoo Glide. This right here is an all vegan product. So what this is going to do, it's not going to clog your pores like Vaseline. If your tattoo artist is still using Vaseline, bro, stop going to him. And then you need machine covers, bro. You can't ever have enough machine covers. You know why? Because this right here, you're going to cover your machine with this so it stays sterile. It's all about being sterile, you know what I'm saying? If you stay sterile, you stay clean, nothing can get infected, nothing, you know what I'm saying? So you'll be Gucci. Yo, I appreciate everybody that's in the live right now. Make sure y'all go follow my pages. Go follow KTM Tattoos on TikTok. Go ahead and follow. Make sure y'all like the videos, you know what I'm saying? So now what this is the stencil gel. And for real, let me put my gloves on because I'm not going. You always want to get the powder free and the latex free. Yo, I appreciate the like. You always want to get the latex and powder free, again, because you don't know how sensitive people's skin is. So you got to make sure you staying sterile. You got to make sure you're using products that's not going to hurt skin. Well, I mean, all the tattoo products ain't going to hurt skin, but you got to find the ones that's you're going to be able to universally use for everybody's skin, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, some people's skin is not, it ain't like, some people's skin react to different things, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say to get an all vegan product like this, because 9 times out of 10, you can use it on everybody's skin. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to do none of that. I will tell you, though, these gloves is the hardest to put on, bro. These gloves are the hardest to put on. You always got to fight these mugs, bro. Yo, I do appreciate everybody that's up in here commenting, bro, watching the stream. Well, I should say live. You know, I normally don't stream a lot. I normally don't be on here a lot, but I'm about to start posting, bro. I'm about to get back to it. We about to run it up for real. Let's get these gloves put on. I'm going to show y'all everything you need to get right, wrapping your machine. I'm going to show you how to do everything, because, again, bro, this is the work we putting out, bro. 6 months. 6 months, bro. This how you come up. I'm talking about all your free time, everything, bro. You put in that work, you're going to become good. This is what we tattooing today. We about to be putting a lion down. We got a nice clean skin. We're going to put it on. Brand new. Once I get these gloves on, we're going to be Gucci. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, and dropped a comment, bro, go ahead and drop a comment for your boy. I appreciate everybody joining the live. We about to get this stencil laid and we about to get tatting, you feel me? Man, ain't not like that, bro. You don't need a crazy setup, bro. I'm in my closet, bro. I got a PC monitor, got my whole desk, everything lined up, you feel me? Now that we got these gloves on, everybody be using stencil, like scissors to cut the stencil. You really don't need that. Bro, I just be ripping it because you don't always got scissors handy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being a travel artist, you don't always have scissors handy. So, the one thing I like to do is just rip it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. I appreciate everybody joining the live. Alright, now I'm gonna try to flip the camera around and show y'all this while I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? So that way y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? We got the live in the background. Gotta make sure we ain't look crazy on this mug. So what we gonna do, bro, we gonna apply this in even layer, bro. You wanna do an even layer. You wanna make sure that stencil gonna stick, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna set that up out the way. And then what we gonna do, Hopefully I can do this with one hand. We're gonna take this stencil. We're gonna lay that mug right there. As you can see, money. You know what I'm saying? Some of the details, bro, you'll be able to just look at the stencil and put it together. But what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna wipe this stencil off just so that way, like, it can be more clear. You always want to clear canvas. Always make sure you got paper towels on hand too. If you ain't got paper towels on hand, you're gonna need them. Let's go ahead, put this down in here. All you need is a little bit of alcohol, you know what I'm saying? You get some alcohol, you can wipe this stencil off, reapply your stencil stuff, because you don't want it to be like messy, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to have a clear stencil. If you're new to the live, man, make sure you go ahead and like, drop a comment, let me know you watching. Man, it's a beautiful day, man, so I appreciate y'all for watching me. It's real easy, bro. We got this stencil, we're gonna wipe it off. Just use some alcohol, like some isopropyl, you'll be straight. It's just coming right off. And like I said, make sure you got paper towels handy, bro. You're gonna need these. Make sure, again, bro, make sure, I cannot stress, stay sterile with everything, bro. Always wear gloves no matter what you're doing. And the reason why I say to wear gloves, because that's gonna keep everything sterile. You ain't gonna have to worry. And get that stencil off. Wipe this mug down. And then I'm gonna figure out how to angle this camera, you know what I'm saying, so that we can get some flicks. I'm gonna probably move the camera up to my ring light, so that way we can get a better angle of me tatting. So let's wait for this to dry. We're gonna go ahead and take our transfer stuff. A lot of people use like the stencil stuff. I like to use this. You ain't gotta wait 24 hours, or you ain't gotta wait too long before you know what I'm saying, before you start tatting. You can just kind of put this down. What's going on, man? Hey, them dudes that be out there on that oil rig, y'all be going crazy, bruh. Y'all be going crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. Let me get this camera turned around so that way I can show y'all how to lay this stencil, man. Let me show y'all some work I be doing too. You know what I'm saying? We be putting down. But all right, now that you got your stencil stuff applied, man, try to do this straight. Then you just want to press that down. You want to make sure you get an even press on everything. Then you're going to peel that off. And again, if it's blotchy like this, you can always still look at your stencil, look at your reference, and go straight over it. No worries. But me personally, I ain't even gonna lie, I don't even like when it be messing up. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna wipe this off again, bro. We're gonna print a different stencil, because for what reason, I don't know. This stencil is not liking me. Man, how's working offshore in the oil rig? I know that's hard work. Y'all boys be out there working 12 hours, going crazy. Oh yeah, you already know. I do like bulk hauling and trash removal. So I'm already knowing, like, it ain't nothing like working on the oil rig, but you know what I'm saying? Still be out there in the field getting it. I do tattoos like in my free time, bro. This is, again, some of the work that I've been putting out. This is 6 months, bro. I've only been tatting for 6 months. You own 200 acres and cabins in Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Hey, that's good shit, bro. That's nice, bro. You put in that work, you get good results. And that's mad dope, bro. I'm happy for you, brother. I'm glad you I'm glad you out there getting it, big dog, because a lot of people like to sit on their ass and you out here getting it. So that's what it's about. And yeah, definitely pay the bills, bro. Them being out there on that oil, working offshore, doing the rigs and stuff, bro. Y'all make mad money. And especially like what y'all, you work like what, like certain days like on the rig and then certain days like off. Because for a little while I was going to do underwater welding, and I know you do like, you work for like 2 weeks and then you off like 2 weeks, so that way you can have time with your family and stuff like that. That ain't bad, bro. That's good money. Hell yeah, get your bread for sure, bro. That's dope. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm doing tattoos in my free time after I get home from work and stuff. I drive trucks, drive big trucks and stuff like that. 21 days on and 10 days off. At least you get 10 days off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know some people, like I said, I was gonna do the underwater welding, and you work like 2 weeks, 2 weeks off. So that ain't bad, you know what I'm saying? 10 days off, 21 days working. That really ain't bad. Man, it's the stencil printer that I use. Portable when I work on the go. 15 years in the oil field. That's a long time, bro. You've been putting in work. And like you said, bro, you got cabins, you got the land. You doing it, bro. That's what people will call the American dream, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what's good, Kevin? Patrick, you want a tattoo? Man, come get right, bro. I'll come give you a tattoo. You know what I'm saying? If you put me on that rig, which, you know what I'm saying, be out there tatting the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I appreciate you for coming back, Kevin. You a real one, bro. I'm about to print off a new stencil because the stencil that I did print off, it's just too blotchy for some reason. So I'm about to show you how to get it again. This right here, you're going to tear that off. You ain't even going to need that. Oh man, bro, that's sad, bro. I appreciate you coming to watch though. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like a big brother, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you probably older than me, so you said you've been doing the oil field for 15 years. I'm only 23, man, so you probably older than me, but I'll be a little brother, you know what I'm saying? You come watch the lives, bro. Pop in, see what's up, bro. We can always chat it up, bro. I like talking to people, and especially people that are out there working hard, you know what I'm saying? Hey, all I know is work too, bro. I've been working since I was 14, bro. Before I could even get a job, bro, I was cutting grass, doing everything that I could, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that I got it, bro. And that's the best thing you can do in life, bro. Start young. Start young, bro. You start young, it builds fundamental character, everything, bro. And that's when you start making good habits. You start working, you start grinding, you start making your own money, learning responsibilities. That's where it's at. So look, bro, I just took off the onion layer. You ain't got to worry about this because your stencil going to print over here. And then this is what it's going to print onto this back part. So I took that yellow piece off. And then I took the onion layer out the middle. Oh yeah, got to keep your head up, man. You got a family? Like you got kids or anything like that? Because, man, I'm telling you, kids will do it, bro. You got to keep your head up for your family. And not only that, but the people that are out there supporting you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep your head up for everybody that's out there, you know what I'm saying, want to see you succeed. That's the best part. But you already know, bro. Anytime I'm live, hop in the live, bro. We can always talk. We can chat it up, bro. 100%. I'm always willing to chat it up with people. Let me get my tablet right quick. This right here is what's going to help you make all your stencils. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to pop that out right there. And we already got the stencil that we was printing out pulled up. It's all right, Patrick. You ain't even got to worry about it, bro. We friends. We chatting it up right now. You the homie. Also, I appreciate everybody that is in the live, man. Go ahead and drop a comment, man. Don't be shy. If y'all wanna pop in the live, y'all wanna talk, we don't judge, we don't nothing, none of that. So that's because they don't know how good of a guy you is. That's the problem. They don't want to give you a chance because they don't know about my boy Patrick. That's what I'm saying, bro. They don't know about you. That's the issue. We're going to have to put you on like a speed dating, bro. We're going to have to get you right. Man, my day going pretty good. I ain't going to lie, man. Went to the park with my son, got some ice cream. Now I'm about to bust down some tattoos, try to get some practice in, you know. I try to practice as much as possible when I can. We about to connect to this printer. I'm about to show you how this thing print out. How's your day going so far, though? And again, I appreciate everybody that's joining the live, man. I appreciate everybody that's coming to watch me tat. Again, it's going to come out the other side. Real easy, real easy. Money, just like that, you got your stencil. You know what I'm saying? Just like that, you got it. Again, bro, make sure you wrap up your tattoo machine, man. You don't want to be out there dirty, bro. Sterile packages all the way. Now, when you're working on fake skin, you can kind of like reuse some of your stuff like this, because you ain't working on skin, so there's not really no contact. But now that we got this printed out, man, go ahead and peel this off. So this is a much cleaner stencil than the one I was putting down. So now we ain't gonna have to worry about, you know, any smudging or anything like that. And for the people that's new, I'm gonna show y'all again, bro. This is 6 months, bro. This is where I'm at in 6 months of tattooing, bro. I want to be able to tattoo full time, bro. So we gonna grind. Just got done eating some crawfish, some shrimp, some jambalaya for dinner. Oh yeah, my boy out there in the oil rig eating good. Come on now. You out there eating good, big dog. Shoot. You running it up for real. You be cooking, or you just be sitting back and enjoying the meal type deal? I'm that type of dude. I like to just sit back and enjoy the meal, you know what I'm saying? But I do cook. Yo, appreciate everybody that's joining the live, man. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all go ahead and like. We about to lay this stencil and get cooking. And then I'm gonna transfer y'all to like my overhead view, so that way y'all can see what's going on. I've been talking for like 30 minutes, getting everything set up, so bear with me. I do not go live often, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be trying to do the best that I can. Everybody always be putting it out with scissors, bro. I just be ripping it. When you a mobile tattoo artist, bro, you're not always gonna have scissors. So you're gonna have to be able to do what you can do. Let me go ahead and switch y'all real quick to the other stand, so that way I can get y'all overhead view. I had y'all on the gimbal. Let me go ahead and get this right real quick for y'all. All right, hold on. All right, man. So this is what we're gonna do. What you want to do, man, you want to apply an even layer. You want it to be as even as possible, so that way when you lay your stencil, You don't have blotchy areas. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be smooth. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your stencil. You're gonna lay it in your area that you just applied your stencil stuff to. And you want to press it down so it's even all over. And then go ahead and just peel that away. And now you left with a stencil. And that's what you're gonna be tattooing. So now I'm gonna show y'all how we get our gun ready. I do not have a traditional gun. I got a pen style machine. What would I charge for a cover up? It just depends on what you get. You know what I'm saying? And it really depends on size too. So this is my machine. It's a pen style machine. It's got an adjustable stroke and everything that you need. And for real, or depending on what cover up you got and what you need done, I'm super fair on my pricing too, bro. I'm not trying to chew nobody out, so nothing I do is probably gonna be worth $3K unless you got like a big back sleeve, like a whole big back piece that you need done. But it ain't gonna be that much, I'll tell you that. So what we got right here, this is to keep your pen covered up, bro. You want to be able to make sure you keeping it covered up. So you're gonna put this in here to keep it sterile. You know what I'm saying? Pull that up a little bit so that way it sticks in there. And that's how you keep your pen sterile. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some paper towels. And this is different for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. I like to take 3. You take 3, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of fold it up to make it like a little bit thicker. You're gonna fold this, fold it, and then fold it again. This is gonna be your grip. This is what you're gonna have in your hand right here so that way you can hold it, you know what I'm saying? So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take this just like this. And you just gonna wrap it. And I'm gonna show y'all why this is a key step in just a minute, bro. I'm gonna show y'all. This is gonna help you keep your grip. I'm gonna use the last little bit of this because, again, like I said, it don't matter if you already have one open, but for real skin, you don't ever want to reuse products or reuse anything that you got. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, you're gonna set this right here. You're gonna do your first wrap around, and that's the start of your grip. So then you're gonna take this, you're gonna wrap it all the way around. You don't want none of that paper towel to be exposed. You want it to be tight so that way you got a firm grip. You don't want nothing to be loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up. I'm probably gonna have to use another one. Again, man, I appreciate everybody that's joining the live, man. If you new, make sure you go ahead and follow my TikTok too, man, at KTM Tattoos. So far this gonna be your grip. I like it just a tiny bit thicker than this, but this really should be okay. I ain't gonna lie. Now you gotta figure out, all right, what gauge needle are you gonna use for your tattoos? We got all types. This one, I think I'm probably gonna use a 3-round liner because these are smaller lines. These ain't, you know what I'm saying? These ain't super big lines. You don't want it to be too bold because then your tattoo gonna come out blotchy. You don't want that. So with your gloves on, you're gonna go ahead and pop this out. We're gonna throw this up in there. Boom. Now your gun is set up and ready for tattoos. But I am gonna go ahead and throw another little bit more grip on that mug for y'all. Sterile packaging. They come individually wrapped so that way they all sterile. And again, I appreciate everybody that's up in here watching right now. It's a process to get your tattoos ready, man. You got to be able to have the best of the best of the best. Y'all don't want nothing to be loose. Y'all want everything tight, so y'all got a good grip on everything. And really, there's no real way to wrap these, you know what I'm saying? You just wrap it up, make it as thick as you like, and then pop that off. And I like to set these like on my stand so that way I know, all right, that one's for practice. Now you just test it, and this is how we're gonna be tattooing. And then y'all gonna be able to see everything that I'm doing. You gotta make sure your stroke and everything is adjusted. Yo, I appreciate everybody that's joining the live, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and drop a like. And make sure y'all drop a comment, man. Let me know how y'all feeling today. What's everybody getting into? Always have some caps handy. This is what you're going to be putting your stuff in. Set it on something that's sterile. I've already wiped this down with alcohol, so that's sterile, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no germs on it, ain't nothing like that. And then, like I said, we got our green soap, so that way you can wash everything. Got our ink. Always make sure you shake your ink, just so that way everything's mixed up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like a marble. It helps get everything shooken up. So now that we got our cap, got our ink, got our stencil laid, we cool. Now we about to put some ink up in here, and then we got to get our paper towels and everything ready. Like I said, this again, Mad Rat, bro. It's all vegan products, all vegan, bro. So you'll be able to use it on a wide variety of skins, bro. J Crow 95, you do tats yourself, bro? Yes, sir. I'll show you my leg. I don't know if you can see it, bro. I just did this on my leg not too long ago. I did this, bro. I've only been tatted for 6 months. 6 months of just straight continuous like grind. After work, bro, I come home and do as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our paper towels. You want to get a lot, bro. You can't be stingy. Yo, I appreciate everybody that's joining the live, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and like and drop a comment, bro. If you got questions, feel free to ask questions, whatever you want to do. I'll answer everybody's questions. If there's something that you want to know, just let me know. And again, make sure y'all go ahead and like it up, man. Like it up. Go ahead and follow my TikTok too, because I'm going to be posting on there a lot. That's going to be where a lot of my content is going to go, is TikTok at KTM Tattoos. So make sure and follow my Instagram, bro, at KTM Tattoos 23. Y'all going to be able to see the first-hand look on most of my tattoos on my tattoo pages. So make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying? The back of the hand is definitely a sensitive spot, you know what I'm saying? But it really just depends on your pain tolerance. You know, a lot of people are different. A lot of people are very different when it comes time handling tattoo pains, because a tattoo pain is not the same as getting like a flu shot, you know what I'm saying? A flu shot, it burns and then kind of hurts a little bit after, you know what I'm saying? A tattoo, once you start getting your tattoo, it's going to go numb. Like when people tell you that, oh, my tattoo went numb after they started, like I couldn't really feel it. That's because your tattoo will go numb, you know what I'm saying? And I guess like that ain't really make sense for a lot of people. But like once somebody starts working, that area just goes numb. You almost kind of get used to that pain almost, I guess. We're gonna go ahead right here, get our stick ready, because this is what we're gonna put our ink cap on. Boom. Yo, I appreciate everybody that's joining the live today. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Go follow my TikTok at KTM Tattoos. Go follow the Instagram, KTM Tattoos 23. That's going to be where I'm going to be posting a lot of my content. I'm going to try to go live a little bit more often so that way y'all can see. Boom, now that we got our ink cap stuck down, we're going to be able to use that the whole time we work. Now I'm going to go ahead. We're going to dynamic. A lot of people use triple black. I like to just use the dynamic black, bro. It works the same way. This is what we're going to be tatting. So let's get it. Let me put this ink in here. Boom. Money. Now we got that ink cap filled up. Yo, I appreciate everybody that's joining the live. Make sure y'all go ahead and like the live. Make sure y'all subscribe definitely for more, man. Let's get this turned on. And always one thing you want to do is you want to start from the bottom and work to the top. You know what I'm saying? So that way you don't smudge anything. Yo, I appreciate everybody joining the live. Make sure you go follow KTM Tattoos 23 on Instagram. Make sure you go like the TikTok at KTM Tattoos, all uppercase letters. We about to get right into it, y'all. Sometimes these cartridges act weird, so if they act weird or anything like that, or stop the connection. All right, so this cartridge, no good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get another cartridge. Sometimes these cartridges, for whatever reason, bro, they just won't work. So hold on, we about to figure out what's going on right quick. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let's grab another needle. They come in sterile packs, you know what I'm saying? We low-key might have to switch batteries. I don't know what's going on with this one, so we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and switch batteries. I don't know what's going on with this one. So that's what I like about these guns, bros, because you can just switch out the batteries like super easy. Boom, this one's working. So I don't know what's going on with this one. Might be like a connection issue. But that's why you got two. And make sure you always wipe down your equipment. Oh yeah, the forearm's not a bad place, bro. Like, I mean, I'm tatted all the way up, bro. So I've done this on myself. So I'm already knowing, bro. Tattoos really don't hurt. It just depends on, you know, who's really doing it. If the person's heavy-handed. So it really just depends on a lot of different things. But all right, we about to get into this. Our cartridge is filled up with ink. Let me move this up out the way. So once you tat your lines, bro, you always want to like tap it so that way you can see like, all right, is this line good? Is this line not good? Make sure you get some ointment on that thing. And for real, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm about to throw my light on so that way I can get a little bit more extra light. I'll be using a headlamp just for like, you know, extra purposes. Boom, and as you can see right here, we pulled that line. It's nice saturated and black. So that's what you want to be looking for, man. You always want your tats to be nice and saturated. We're gonna continue to go in on this bottom part. Again, you always want to work from the bottom to the top so you don't smudge your whole, you know what I'm saying, putting your hand, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to really see what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Tap your thing off. So right now what I'm doing is I'm pulling the bottom lines, keeping them solid, you know what I'm saying? Keeping them how they need to be. So now at that bottom part, you can go ahead and wipe it. And once you get that initial like stencil outline, you can go back and correct whatever lines you need to correct, you know what I'm saying? So you start out with a smaller needle and then you can go back over it, you know what I'm saying? So you always want to be able to pull your lines. And you want to try your best to pull every line so that way you don't have to keep going back into it. The more you go back into it, the more that stencil is going to smudge. So you want to be able to continuously pull those lines. And I'm going to show y'all more and more as I get to tattooing. You want to be able to pull your lines smoothly and efficient, you know what I'm saying? Mark Wood, how's it going? How's it going? I appreciate you for stopping in. How your day going? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, man. It's beautiful outside today. Again, make sure you don't want to like put a whole bunch of ointment on there, you know what I'm saying? Because then it ain't gonna pack color into there, you know what I'm saying? So if you continuously pull your lines, they stay solid, you can always go back into it. You know what I'm saying? You can always go back into it. Do not be afraid if a line comes out like kind of jagged or like not as straight as you would like. You can always go back into it. You got to remember, we're practicing on fake skin. This isn't real skin, so you can do a little bit more. I appreciate everybody joining the live, man. I hope everybody's day is going good. If you haven't already liked the live, man, make sure y'all go ahead and like the live. This is literally the first tattoo of the day for me, man, so we're gonna be running it up. If y'all got any questions or anything like that, feel free to just ask. So this is gonna come down as like the beard part, I guess. The mane and the lion, you know. You can always come in with the small details, you know what I'm saying? So we getting that bottom part going in. And again, you want to work from top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to be working at the top because then you're going to smudge everything you got going on, trying to put your hand, doing all that. If you work from top to bottom, you won't have to worry about it. You can wipe and it won't wipe off your whole stencil. So just key things to remember when you are tattooing. And I forgot to show y'all, this is the grip that you want to have. 2 fingers up underneath, because it's going to be your needle depth. Then you want this hand out to be able to be steady so you can pull those lines. You always want to pull a line towards you. But I mean, if you have to, because you're always not going to be able to pull that line towards you, you can pull that line out, but you got to be able to ride it. You got to keep the same consistency with your depth. If you're not being consistent, you're going to have lines that are going to be thin. They're going to be super light. They're not going to be dark. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're staying consistent. So when keeping this grip right here, I'll show you when pulling a line, you're gonna be able to pull this line from the top, 2 fingers go on the stencil, 1 out. So I'm pulling that line towards me, and boom. Once we get this right here, we'll wipe this off and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and tattoo a couple of lines, get this together. So we pulled that all the way through. Once we get this next line set, we'll be able to wipe this bottom part off and I'll be able to show you guys. Again, if there's jagged lines, you're working on fake skin. You can always go back and re-hit it, make it smooth. Boom. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use some of my ointment. So now our bottom part is pretty much done. It's very hard to see when you have ink like on it. So what I'm going to do now is, now that I got some of it worked in, I'm gonna go back over and make it bold, make it straight. It's straight now, but it can be straighter, you know what I'm saying? So boom. We're just going back over it, making it bold. Yeah. So now we're just straightening these lines up, making them look a little bit better than how they were looking before. You want them to be bold. You don't want to be able to see that stencil. You want to be able to work from the bottom to the top. So that's what we're doing. We're working from the bottom to the top. Once you get that stencil laid in there a little bit, then that's when you go ahead and you go back through. You make those lines bold. You make them crispy. And that's how you do it. See, we getting this bottom part together. Once we darken this up, it'll look so much better. It'll look so much better. You ain't even gotta do too much. But you always want to be able to go over that work. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have work that's jumbled all up. Yeah, I appreciate everybody joining the live today. I'm going to do this bottom part, and then I am going to come back to it because I got a couple things to do. But I just want to show everybody the start of how you get into, you know what I'm saying, tattooing and being a good tattoo artist. Like I said, we're making everything bold. We went over it once, and now this second pass is making sure your lines are straight, making sure they're saturated, making sure, you know what I'm saying, you got good placement for your lines. You don't want them to be like too close together and then it just looks like a blob. So you want to be able to be consistently pulling good lines. And when you go over it the first time, if your lines are a little bit shaky or they're not how you would like them, you can always go back over them and straighten them up. Everybody thinks that once you pull that line, that's it. As long as you're not beating the skin up, because that's one thing you don't want to do. There's 3 layers to your skin: the dermis, the epidermis, and the subcritical layer. You want to be right in between the dermis and the epidermis. That's how you know you're getting a good tattoo. If it feels like somebody's scratching the shit out of your skin, that's bad. They're going way too deep. And it really just depends on your artist, because they could be heavy-handed, you know what I'm saying? But if they're heavy-handed, you still want to, you know, kind of watch out a little bit, because they'll scar you. You know what I'm saying? You'll have scars on your tattoos and stuff like that, and then when they're healing, they'll like flake off, and then like there'll be like spots missing in your tattoo. It'll look like they didn't go over it. So you want to make sure always you find a good artist and find somebody that knows what they're doing and takes pride in it. We only got a little bit more to go over on the bottom part. If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, because we definitely gonna be putting out more content. Y'all boys gotta stay tuned for that. I am going to wipe this so that way you can see it. So now that we went over this, it's going to be straight with no jagged lines. Y'all ready? Now this bottom part is complete, you know what I'm saying? This bottom part complete. Then now that bottom part is complete, you'll be able to move up. You want to be able to start doing that outside. And you want to pull everything below so that way once you're done with this, you can, if you got to, you know what I'm saying, to pull another line, you can put your hand over it. It's not going to smudge the stencil. It's not going to wipe it off. Nothing crazy like that. So now, as you can see, this matches this. You know what I'm saying? And, well, obviously, it's backwards, so this is going to look like this. You always want to keep your stencil nearby so that way you can reference your stencil. You always want to be able to reference your stencil. You always need to have the picture that you are tattooing next to you. So if something over here smudges or wipes off, boom, I can reference this. You know why? Because I have it handy. That's the best thing you can do, is keep it handy right here. And then, like I said, you want to work bottom to top. Once you get that outline, I can always go back into this with a tiny bit bigger needle and make some of the lines straighter, you know, make them bolder, whatever the case may be. But you don't want to beat the skin up, because if you beat the skin up, it's going to scar, and that's going to leave your tattoo looking bad. It ain't going to heal right. So again, make sure, go over it kind of light. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you mess up. It don't matter. You're on fake skin. Always remember, that's why you practice on fake skin. Go over it super light. You can use what they call gray wash. A gray wash is a lighter black. Go over it with your gray wash until you feel comfortable. And then use your all black ink. I'm using Dynamic. So we only gonna go in for, I'm gonna probably go in on a couple more of these lines, and then I'm gonna hop off live, and I'm gonna do some things I need to do, and then I'm gonna pop back on live probably, finish this tattoo out so that way y'all can see it. One thing you never want to do is smudge that tattoo. It's going to create all this black stuff that you really don't want. You can take that ointment, and you can wipe most of that clean. So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to focus on making sure that everything's clean. Yo, thank you for joining the live, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and like. Follow for more tattoo content. Always make sure you pat it. You don't ever want to wipe and then smudge. That's the worst thing you can do, is wipe it and smudge it. Now when we look, that bottom part, they look the same. That's what you want to go for. You want that to look exactly like the picture, bro. You basically want to look like you just copied and pasted that tattoo. But I'm going to go ahead and stop there for today. I'm going to hop back on live in a little bit. I definitely appreciate everybody that came, commented, liked the live. I want to appreciate everybody for stopping by and just seeing what I got going on, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely, again, man, this right here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is the work that I'm putting out, you know what I'm saying? Right now, it might not look good, but in the end, bro, the end results show. You know what I'm saying? I've been tattooing for 6 months. Everything's not going to come out perfect the way you want it. So make sure you guys really understand that if you put in work, you'll have good work. This going to be fire when we done. Y'all going to see, man. We're going to pop out, man. I'm going to try to do as many tattoos as I can for y'all. I'm going to post it all on my channel. I'm going to show y'all step by step everything that I'm doing. Again, bro, this is 6 months. Bro, this is in 6 months. This is what I'm doing in 6 months, bro. So make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't miss out on the next live, bro, because we're going to go live in a little bit. And we're going to finish this tattoo out. And with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody has a good day. Hope y'all enjoying this good weather. And we about to be up out of here, boy.